Our world is constantly evolving, and the last few decades have witnessed more rapid transformation than any other time in history, with young people at the forefront of global transformation, innovations, and technological breakthroughs. Developed societies today are employing youth civic engagement as vehicles through which the enormous potential of young people are profitably harnessed in planning, developing, and shaping communities.
We've come to a point where we need a lot more youth involvement in community development. We need to help young people know that they have potential to do great things.
Despite the numerous benefits of youth actively participating in societal growth and development, youth civic engagement has still not enjoyed the wide acceptance it deserves due to challenges, many of which stems from long-held mindsets, which suggests the role of youth lies somewhere in the future, giving rise to popular statements like, "Youth are leaders of tomorrow," discounting the enormous contributions of young people in moving society forward every day.
Well, youth civic engagement is about giving the youth an opportunity to be involved in defining the kind of society we live in. Quite often, the young person is viewed as inexperienced, is viewed as a novice, is viewed as someone that still has a lot to learn. And we have this giving rise to statements like, youth are the leaders of tomorrow, the time for the youths is later in life, and such statements. These are orientations, these are mindset paradigms that keep the young people from bringing out the best, the enormous talents that they have in them. So when you talk about youth civic engagement, you're talking about the young person being viewed as a partner, as an integral part of the society.
Against all odds, more and more young people are getting involved in their communities and making a difference. Youths are discovering that their voice matters and that they can deploy their passion and themselves to improve and enhance the quality of life in our society. Society must recognize youths as great assets and valued resource with the capacity to make positive and wide-ranging contributions. We must all refute negative stereotypes, perceptions, and assumptions that have constituted barriers to youth-adult partnerships. Assumptions such as young people's opinion doesn't really count, there's nothing to learn from the youth, undermining their capability to contribute in a valuable way in the society. As the world shifts focus to the youth, we are advocating for all stakeholders, government at all levels, businesses, civil societies, communities, and indeed families to embrace a new orientation where the youth are viewed as partners and indeed critical stakeholders in the development of our communities and society. S.M.I.L.E's Youth Lead Change initiative is a call to more youth to get involved, identify a cause they are passionate and care about, partner with other youths, adults, and organizations, and use their immense capabilities, unique perceptive energy, passion, enthusiasm, and commitment to drive their cause to fruition.
So I want to encourage more young people to understand that there's nothing that you're doing that's so little, and they shouldn't think that they have to do so much to make a difference.
Today, the youths are taking the lead and driving change in their schools, communities, and nations, and their successes are testaments to the incredible capacity of young people and the fact that great things happen when youth lead change.
"14-year-old Lulu Cerrone is a teenage philanthropist from Los Angeles, California. She founded Lemonade Warriors when she was 10 years old.
I started Lemonade Warriors to unite kids to turn their passions into action and make giving part of their social lives.
Lemonade Warriors shares creative action plans so kids can make social activism part of their lives. They do so through events called philanthroparties. So far, Lemonade Warriors have raised over $56,000 for global and local causes.
We throw concerts for free and ask for donations to our favorite causes.
The goal is to motivate millions of young Monster High fans to take action in their community and to promote kindness and self-esteem.
And I founded an organization called Lemonade Warriors. I think everyone has their own cause, and for me, it just happened to be the earthquake in Haiti.
Let's have some lemonade!
At the end of 2 weeks, we had around $4,000, which I did not expect. I decided to start Lemonade Warriors to spread the idea that social activism can be a part of your social life in super easy ways. A philanthropy party is a party with a purpose behind it. Whether it's a sleepover, whether it's a birthday party, you just add a little giving element. I decided to start a blog and post about really what I was doing and what other friends were doing. It ended up sort of growing into this big mentorship platform. My friend Maddie, she is very passionate about helping kids in hospitals.
It's one of the best things that has ever happened to me, having Lulu as my mentor.
You're so sweet, oh my gosh. Lemonade Warriors has been able to raise over $80,000 for various causes. It's a really amazing thing to get involved when you're young. There's a whole sort of network of youth activists out there. It's really cool to be sort of a part of that. Here's to helping people.
In Ferguson, Missouri last month, after a police officer shot and killed an unarmed 18-year-old Michael Brown, amid all the anger and shouting on the streets, a boy approached the microphone at a meeting of the St. Louis County Council.
I would just like to say that the people of Ferguson, I believe, don't need tear gas thrown at them. I believe they need jobs.
Meet 11-year-old Marquise Govan.
Where are all the African-American police officers in our community?
In 2 minutes' time, he tackled Ferguson's problems with unemployment, housing, and diversity.
You're paying attention to the looting and things like that when the real issues aren't being solved. There's a reason why those people are out there.
Council Chair Hazel Irby.
And I thought he was right on. He's exactly right. You know, the jobs, the education, all of that had everything to do with what happened in Ferguson.
You know, what I saw on television was basically your backyard. What did it feel like to watch those protests and the escalation of troubles that inspired you to write that speech?
There has always been a problem, even when Ferguson never happened. The minority community, we need more African-American police officers.
But who in your school aspires to grow up and be a cop?
Look, let me tell you why.
Anybody?
No, let me tell you why this. From the beginning, we felt abused by these people. Why would you go up to serve among the abusers? It doesn't make any sense.
If you think Marquise is a young man with a future, and he does, well, it didn't always seem that way.
What's your story? You started life, you didn't have an easy life.
No, not from the beginning. Regular child would grow up in America and have 2 lovely parents and family of 4. That didn't happen.
It did to me.
Yeah, because that's a regular American family. But especially in the minority community, it's totally different. I didn't grow up in the good conditions. As soon as I came out my mother's stomach, I wasn't with her anymore. I was completely into foster care and then complete with my great-grandmother. That's how it happened from the beginning.
His great-grandmother and guardian, Jenny Bracey, first brought a 9-year-old Marquise along when she went to vote. After that, she says, Marquise just took over.
When I go to the poll, he said, okay, he said, we're voting for this person, that person, that person.
We're voting for.
We are voting. And so he said, put your X there, put your check there, put your check there. He said, okay, you want me to hit the confirm? Boom.
But you trust him?
Yes, I do.
There is a certain magic to knowing in 6th grade what the rest of your life is going to be about.
Are you a politician? Are you currently a politician?
No. I wouldn't call myself that.
So what do you call yourself if not a politician?
If I'm running for my office here in Missouri, I would call myself a Missourian, a true Missourian who understands the
You
people
are
of this
such a
state.
politician. You got
because
it.
I am a Missourian. I do believe in ideals. I have my ideals that I know Missourians support.
While other kids are playing video games at home, Marquise is watching cable news nonstop. He's reading President Obama's book, The Audacity of Hope, and he hopes to be a senator, maybe even president one day.
Why do so many people want to be president? It looks like such a hard job.
It is. But look, I'm not there for the title. I would be there to do a job.
Marquise Govan will be old enough to run for president in 2040. Make a note.
Hi, my name is Neha Gupta. I'm 16 years old and I live in Yardley, Pennsylvania. When I was 9 years old, I started Empower Orphans. We've helped about 15,000 children so far and raised about $700,000. I love kids more than anything, and I know that I want to keep helping them and just keep the whole message of children helping other children alive.
Neha Gupta. Neha, please come up. Neha sold her toys at a garage sale to raise money for orphans. Then she started making and selling wind charms and greeting cards, and eventually founded a nonprofit called Empower Orphans. Now, in addition to her charm and card sales, she gives talks at schools and colleges and public events to raise awareness of Indian orphans and to appeal for donations. With an amazing $375,000 raised so far, Neha has established 5 libraries in India, 3 computer centers, a science lab, and a sewing center that teaches girls how to earn a living as seamstresses. She has also sponsored an eye and dental clinic for hundreds of children and provided food, footwear, clothing, and blankets to thousands more. Recently, she expanded her philanthropic efforts to the greater Philadelphia area, donating 25 van loads of products to furnish the apartments of needy families and providing toys, bicycles, food, and clothing to orphaned and abused children. Ladies and gentlemen, for caring so deeply about the struggles of underprivileged children, both in India and here at home, for creating a fundraising juggernaut that is bringing hope and opportunity to thousands of kids who would otherwise face bleak futures, and for being an outstanding young role model, we are proud to recognize Neha Gupta as a Prudential Spirit of Community National Honor.
I've always known that community involvement is so important. I would say to young people that every single person has the power to make a difference.